I'm Gabby, and you're watching Gabby Gabbers. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any other videos. Let's start!
Come in, everyone. Please come in. There's room for everyone. Please come right in. Step around this way. I look pretty good from all angles. Would you look at that? A little geode like this took thousands of years to form. A perfect little cave inside a sphere of rock. That's my line of business, you see. My name's Lester Howe, and I discovered Howe Caverns on May 22nd, 1842. Of course, it wasn't called Howe Caverns then. I had heard of the mysterious blowing rock about 10 miles west of the Schoharie River, someplace smack in the middle of my dairy farm, or so I hoped. One day, I followed my cows to the place they always stood to pasture, curious as to why they picked that open field on hot, sunny days instead of standing underneath a cool shade tree. That spot they came to was not on my own farm, but on the land of my neighbor, Mr. Henry Wetzel. So I followed them up that day and came upon this new place they favored for their daily ration of standing round and chewing their cud, when from the midst of an overgrown old heap of limestone, I felt that breeze come from deep below the earth. 'Twas the blowing rock, to be sure. Pulling the bushes aside and peering in, I saw how deep the opening was. 100 feet, if it was anything. I gave my Millicent a good kiss and an extra helping of greens in thanks. I returned home, told Mrs. Howe about the discovery and my intention to return and explore the place. She was none too thrilled about the prospect, but I was too curious to hold back. And so I made my way back to the opening with a lamp and a good length of rope. I tied the rope to a rock and lowered myself into the entrance. One look around made me realize that this was no ordinary place. It was something truly amazing. I went back every day for weeks, many times with my friend Wetzel, who owned the place. We went deeper and deeper each time, discovering things that we could never imagine: formations, giant chambers, lakes, and rivers. I was purely smitten by the place, so I bought it from Wetzel for a handsome sum of $100 in cash. A shrewd deal, you will agree. Best investment I ever made. I traveled there day after day to explore further and further inside until I knew the place from one end to the other. My own stupendous geode. Today, you'll be headed 156 feet down in up-to-date and entirely safe mechanical elevators of my own design, of course. Once down below,
you guys can look at that map over there.
The river Styx. See the Rocky Mountains, the astounding Chinese pagoda inside the magnificent Titan's temple, incredible formations like the Great Turtle, pipe organ, the lovely Pool of Peace, and enjoy a remarkable boat ride on the romantic Lake of Venus. Maybe some of you sweethearts will get inspired to make things official at the bridal altar later on. If you regret your decision, you can always get separated in the twists and curves of a winding way. If I may say, it's going to be a journey you never forget. Savor your time in these timeless caves, and I hope I'll see you again soon at Howe Caverns. Enjoy your tour.
156 feet, that is 15 or 16 stories in this building. The cave itself, at the constant temperature, it's roughly about 52 degrees Fahrenheit down there year round, with a constant humidity of about 75%. Once again, my name is Dan. I'm going to be your tour guide today. If you ever have any questions throughout the tour, you can always feel free to ask. Other than that, enjoy the last couple of seconds of awkward silence on the way down. You guys can follow me right down to the room. We're going to have to wait for another group to get down here before we start anything, but you guys can kind of gather around over here.
Yes, 16.
So while we're waiting for the last family to get down here, if you have any questions that you want to ask before we get too far into the tour, or if there's mom, we can stare at each other, show this mom and have while we're waiting for that group to get here. Trip down through the cave, some stops along the way. Once we reach the dock, we'll take a boat ride, and on the way back, we'll be seeing such things as the bridal altar and the winding line. Before we start, I do have a few short safety rules I'm going to go over. Watch your step on all the walkways and watch your heads. There are some low ledges throughout the cave, and walkways can become slippery. Also, not that I can see anything, if you have any food or beverages, things like that, I'm just going to ask you to keep those hidden. We like super cave clean. And in relation to that, throwing anything into the water, including coins and small children, won't make your wish come true. It only create a job for somebody to come down and pick them up later. Outside of that, the most important rule that I have throughout the cave today as we go is that do not touch any of the cave walls or formations. Outside of the stuff going on upstairs, there is a reason for that, and I'm going to go over that reason later on in the tour, actually in about 20 minutes. So, outside of that, just please don't really touch the walls and stuff. You can touch the railings and of course the floor as you're walking, but just keep mindful of that. We're going to go down the stairs right over here. And again, my name is Dan. If you ever have any questions, feel free to speak up and ask me.
Alright guys, we descend to like 16 floors down, and this is where they developed this stairs going to the cave. Gabby and Mommy is in front of us, and this is the formation, the start of the formation of the cave. Gabby, can see, this is the cave, they put lights, and it looks like a running water.
We're just going to stop right here against the railing.
Yeah.
Standing in a limestone cave. Limestone, like the rock around you here, is a sedimentary rock that forms at the bottom of oceans. And an ocean is what covered this region of the world roughly about 200 to 300 million years ago, making the rock around you about that old. If you look over the railing behind you, there you see the mighty river Styx. That is the stream that has carved out this entire cave from top to bottom. The water there also is a constant temperature, roughly about 42 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about 10 degrees colder than the air around you. And for that reason, it's a bit too cold for most plants and animal life. You're not really going to find any life in the water, but you can find
where the water is going.
elsewhere in the cave.
Rivers.
If you look right up here on the ceiling, you'll find moths. All of that green stuff there is spores on our clothing, and the lights that we keep down here give it an artificial sun and rust. Outside of the moss and us, there is one more life form that can be found down here in the cave, although it is very unlikely that you'll see any today. That would be bats. Bats do hibernate down at the far end of the cave during the winter season. But because we're really noisy and they find this annoying, they don't really venture this far into the cave. For that reason, we don't see any. And it's actually in the 5 years that I've been here, I've only ever seen bats up in the lava. So if you happen to see any, feel free to point them out to me. I've never really seen any bats down here. Although, if you really want to see them, you can try upstairs when we get back. Particularly, you might notice water dripping from the ceiling. This is perfectly normal, and if some of that happens to fall on you, it is actually supposed to mean good luck, as we call these cave fishes.
Oh, I got it.
Now we're going to look to this rock ahead of us right here. This rock right here fell from the ceiling from right about here, roughly about 10,000 years ago. This would be during the end of the last ice age, when we had a bunch of massive glaciers shifting and melting above us, causing pressure changes in the ceiling down here. That rock may have fallen from the ceiling 10,000 years ago, but it actually has not moved since. It has been balancing on about 1 square foot of wall right here for the past 10,000 years. For this reason, we call this rock the balancing rock. It does have another name. Therefore, we ask you guys to use your imagination. Does anybody see any faces or familiar figures in this balancing rock up there? Close. Feel free to guess that rock. Eye right here. A mouth and tooth and a jaw. On the bottom.
Oh, Godzilla. Yeah, that's the mouth. That's the mouth, the eyes.
Above Godzilla, we have the first calcite formations I'm going to talk about down here in the cave. And that will be these two stalactites right here. Calcite formations are growing lava formations. They grow in pressure flow. What happens is water